Hi. Thanks for joining us here at New Vocations at Merriworth Farm. This is our 1 o'clock Wednesday virtual tour, part of the Horse Country Tours program. And today we have a special treat. Since it is Breeders' Cup weekend, we are going to have a little bit of a Breeders' Cup theme today. But before we get started, I just wanted to give you a quick overview on New Vocations. If you're new to our program and just tuning in, New Vocations is the oldest and largest racehorse adoption program in the country, and our mission is to rehab, retrain, and rehome retired racehorses. We're servicing over 500 thoroughbreds and standardbreds a year. And today we are here at the New Vocations at Merriworth Farm. This is our main facility in the bluegrass, and we're on the training side of our farm today. And I wanted to introduce to you our special guest today. This is Corbin. He is with Starlight Racing, and this is one of the horses that they just recently donated to us, so we're going to talk a little bit about that. But first, Corbin, tell us a little bit about what you do for Starlight.
Yeah, so my official role is racing manager for Starlight. So I do a bit of everything on a day-to-day basis, sort of tracking our horses, helping with the buying process, communicating with our partners and all of our trainers, whether it be for the ones that are breaking our horses or the ones that have them in training. So a bit of everything on a day-to-day basis that it can change every day, but that's generally what I do.
Sounds like a fun job, huh?
Yeah, I've been in it for about 4 months now and I'm absolutely loving it.
Great, great. Well, Honest Money here came into our program about 2 months ago, and he was a horse that had a minor tendon soft tissue injury, and he's rehabbing for that. He actually is going to be a very nice, what I think, show horse, whether it's going to be a hunter or a eventer, and he's got quite the character. But Starlight has actually been supporting New Vocations and sending horses through our program since they started, and that's about 20 years ago, right?
Yeah.
And I have to say, I remember when I was first getting into, for many years, I was just riding these horses and doing the retraining side. But when I first started going to the racetrack and talking more about New Vocations and what we were doing, I was lucky enough to get introduced to Jack and Lori Wolf, who literally just took me in and saw I was like this, person walking around the backstretch, not really sure what I was doing. And it's been a great partnership, great relationship, great friends. They know definitely how to have a great time in horse racing and everything that they do, win or lose.
Yeah.
Obviously, when you win, they celebrate big time. It's been fun to be part of that. But from day one, they've always been a huge proponent of aftercare, before aftercare was even something that we talked about a lot within the industry. And so can you tell me a little bit about why aftercare for your partnership and your clients is important?
Yeah, I think obviously like Starlight, sort of the aspiration with Starlight is to compete at the highest level of the game, but then I think when you're at that level, or at any level of the game especially, but especially for us, it's so important to take care of the horses after as well. And Jack and Lori sort of told me how important that was to them literally from day one. And I think, we're all like, the whole team just absolutely loves horses, whether it be racehorse or anything to do with the animal. So for us, it's crucial that we don't we're responsible for our horses at any point from when we buy them to for basically the rest of their life. So for us, New Vocations is the perfect place to send our horses when they're done, because I think we all recognize that they can do so much more after their career.
Well, cool. Well, this guy here who is like wanting to bite my hand off, it's, for those of you that might not know a lot about horses, he was gelded not that long ago, so he's, very nippy, like a lot of colts are when they're 2 years old. So he thinks this is a game. He's not trying to be mean or anything like that. He's going to make me have to get my nails done again. But anyhow, he is by Honor Code, and with the Breeders' Cup theme going on, Honor Code ran in the 2015 Breeders' Cup Classic. He ran third, and that was 5 years ago when the Breeders' Cup was back here first here at Keeneland, which was really exciting. And so he's kind of got a little Breeders' Cup connection. One Wanted to mention that this week is a really big week for New Vocations, and we run one of our largest fundraisers. It's called the New Vocations Breeders Cup Pledge, and that's where we ask owners and trainers of Breeders' Cup connections to pledge a percentage of their earnings to New Vocations. And this year it's actually more important than ever because all of our events have been canceled except for this event, because if the horses run, we're able to run the event. And so Starlight is part of that with Authentic and Classier.
Yes.
And we're really excited to have those two horses running this weekend, Friday and Saturday, right? And obviously Authentic is, he won the Derby.
Yeah.
And it's great with him. We have all of the owners. You have Spindrift, My Racehorse, Starlight, Saul Kuman with
Madaket, I think.
Madaket Stables, and who else am I missing there? Is that everybody? So all of them are pledged for the Breeders' Cup Pledge, so we'll be rooting definitely for Authentic this weekend, so that's exciting.
Yeah. That's hopefully, I think we both have horses in both the feature races, so I think we do the 1% each and every year, and it's just awesome to have horses in those races, hopefully.
Absolutely.
It'd be great to get a win.
Yeah, it's a win for everyone, right?
Absolutely.
Well, let's walk on up. We've got another horse here that Starlight sent us that we wanted to feature. And right now we're walking out of one of our training barns, and you can see out to our right our outdoor arena, and there's 3 horses out there. I'm not sure if they're doing transitional training or if they're doing some videos or what they're doing, but they're working with the horses out there. The majority of the work that we do with the horses happens in that outdoor arena, and soon, when the weather changes, in our indoor arena. So Erica, you can kind of pan around as we're walking up here to see the landscape of the farm here. Now Corbin, you also were, before you worked for Starlight, you were part of the Flying Start program.
Yes.
And the year that you did that was the year that you guys got to spend a rotation or a week here at New Vocations. So what was that like? Yeah,
it was great. I got to ride in that ring a bunch of days, which I loved. To just get to be on a horse again was so nice, and get to see the process here and see how thorough it is at New Vocations, and how well the horses are looked after. And it was just a great opportunity, I think, for everyone on Flying Start to sort of, I guess, take a peek. We do so much, we foal mares, we break yearlings, we work for trainers on the track, but it was great to sort of get a look and see what happens to the horses in their second career. And I think that was a really good perspective for everyone, because a lot of us had ridden horses, eventers or pony club or fox hunt, and it was just great to see that first step after they were on the track. That's
cool. Yeah, we were really excited that they started including that into the rotation.
Everybody.
Well, this guy is Bourbon Rocks. He's been here for just a month. He was also part of Starlight's stable and retired due to no injury or anything like that. He just had the case of the slows, right?
Yeah, he ran a few times down at Gulfstream for Todd Fletcher, but he looks great back up here.
And so he's just started some transitional training, so we're excited to see him go. He also has a Breeders' Cup connection. He is by Lee, who ran also in the 2015 Breeders' Cup. I believe it was the mile or sprint. And so yeah, his father, and he ran second. So obviously was never going to be pointed toward the Breeders' Cup, unfortunately. But he also looks like he's going to be a quite nice show horse. I'm not sure if it'll be an eventer or hunter. He's, we were speaking earlier, he is kind of built more like a hunter. It all kind of depends on what, how he transitions and what his mind's like and his movement. He definitely has the looks. I mean, I will say, Frankie Brothers picks out the most beautiful horses. So anything that he picks out for you all that doesn't make it at the track, we always know it will make it in the show ring, because based off of looks alone, we're going to have the looks. So that's always been great.
I think they'll probably have to compete with me at some point to take one home. I'm definitely a sucker to take one home at some point. So
well, we can get them all transitioned, and then you
true.
can come see what
I can come adopt them properly.
You can come take a look, because that would be amazing. Now you're based here in Lexington now, right?
Yes.
Very good.
So from Maryland, but just went to University of Kentucky and loved Lexington. just moved back and get to do most of my riding back home in Virginia and Maryland.
So you don't have a place here to ride yet?
Not yet,
Not
no.
yet? Okay, well, we might have to help you out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, great. Well, one thing that we'll be featuring the rest of this week is those Breeders' Cup pledges. So if you're on our social media, you can follow along. We've been posting pretty much all of our, sorry, Erica, you have a horse right behind you. On Twitter, we've been posting all of the connections and the horses that will be running for New Vocations, meaning that a percentage of their earnings will be coming back to the program, which is really huge. So right now, we were just working on our press release, and there's going to be 50 horses that have owners and or trainers that have pledged to New Vocations. So that's pretty good, considering that they think there's like 180 or 170 horses running. So we're still taking those pledges, so I think that will continue to go up. Before I sign off, I forgot to mention, if you have any questions, please let us know. You can put it in the comment section. We'll do our best now or even later to answer those questions. Have we had any questions at all? Nope. Very good. Well, if there's no questions, Corbin, thank you so much for joining us today. And your beautiful horses here have been behaving greatly. Before we sign off, just like to say, if you're interested in helping us out, there's lots of ways you can do that. One of the easiest ways is to follow us on our social media platforms. Helping us share our Facebook post and our retweeting our Twitter post, as well as Instagram, Insta Stories, is a great way to help us spread the word about what we're doing. If you're interested in adding a horse to your stable, please visit us at newvocations.org. You can see all the horses that we have available for adoption. And last but not least, if you're interested in supporting us financially, we can't do what we do without private donations, and you can also read more about that on our website at newvocations.org. If we don't have any questions, we'll sign off, and we'll see you next Wednesday.